YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the Los Angeles Clippers beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 115 to 96. The Timberwolves go to 32 and 22 and 17 and 10 at home. The Clippers go to 25 and 27 and 12 and 16 on the road. No Harden anymore. No Zubac anymore. And they're only 2 games below 500, and they're in the top 10 of the Western Conference now. 23 to 19, the Clippers won the first quarter. They won the second quarter 31 to 23. And then they won the third quarter 26 to 17. And then Minnesota did finally win the quarter, the fourth, 37 to 35. But they was down by so much it didn't matter if they won it or not, because they had a big deficit to make up and they couldn't do it. Quiet Claw Leonard dominated this game, as everybody done heard. 34 minutes, 41 points. He just making it look too easy to create separation, to create space. Some teams are giving it to him, and he just out there balling. He just out there destroying them with the jump shot. 14 to 30 from the field, 5 of 11 from 3, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. He's confident. He has the bravado. He has the swagger, and he just feeling that he can do whatever he wants, even defensively, because he ended up finished this game with 4 steals, which was the most on the team. He also had 8 rebounds, which was the most on the team, and he had 2 assists. Like I said, when Kawhi Leonard's healthy and he's locked in and focused, he's one of the greatest players ever, and still one of the best players in the league, easily. And that's why he's an all-star this year, and most likely might be an all-NBA player if he plays enough games. That's the only thing that'll hold him back. 2 offensive rebounds, no personal foul, and a plus 20 and plus minus. John Collins was the other starter to score in double figures again. He played 29 minutes and had 15 points. He went 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 from the three-point line. He got 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a plus 25 and plus minus. Derrick Jones Jr., 28 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. He scored, when he had to and when he could. Other than that, he was passing the ball because somebody else could do it better at the situation that they end up being in. So 4 assists, only 1 turnover. He also had 4 rebounds. He did have the most blocks on the team with 3. He's athletic, he's fast, he's quick off his feet, and he can catch you because he also got a good wingspan. He also had 3 steals, like I said, 1 block. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a plus 22 and plus minus. Brook Lopez got to start at that big position. He played 26 minutes, had 5 points, went 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3. From the three-point line, he had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 2 blocks. The 2 blocks ended up being the most on the team. He also had 1 personal foul, was a plus 18 and plus minus. Chris Dunn, 28 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. The 6 assists ended up being the most on the team. So, of course, he played a little defense, hit some open looks, and kept the ball moving or just pushing. And he just kept the ball getting out of his hands early and often, and that's what you want to see. 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 29 and plus minus. Nicholas Batum, he's out there to play a little D, help on the boards and hit a 3. 3 points because he made his only 3-pointer in 12 minutes. He also had 3 rebounds and 1 turnover. 1 personal foul, was a minus 5 and plus minus. Banton played 4 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field, had 1 turnover. He also had no personal fouls, was a minus 6 and plus minus. Yankic played 17 minutes, had 15 points. He had a big performance off the bench. He went 5 of 5 from the field and 5 of 7 from the free throw line to get it. All finishes around the rim, which is great to see. He also had 6 boards, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block, 3 offensive rebounds, and basically fouled out of this game. And that's the part that sucked, but they still was up by enough. It didn't matter anyway, even though he did have a dominant performance, when it comes to efficiency and just helping on the boards. Also, being a plus 7 and plus minus is good. Jordan Miller, 23 minutes, 8 points. He went 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. You're just happy that he was able to put some good points on the board after missing all the shots that he did. And this one, he also had 1 rebound, 4 assists. The 4 assists also was the most off the bench, which was great. one turnover, two personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. Ty Washington Jr. played 4 minutes. He didn't score a basket because he took no field goals or no free throws, but he did get 2 assists, so he still helped offensively, and he even helped on the defensive end, getting 2 steals and 1 block. He's good enough to do that, and he got it done tonight. No personal fouls on the -6 and plus minus, and then the Kobe Sander performance was good. He played 24 minutes, and that was the most off the bench, and he also had 10 points. And then he went 3 of 5 from the field and 2 of 4 from three and 2 of 3 from the free throw line to get it. He also had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover, one personal foul, and a +7 and plus minus. Cam Christie had 10 minutes played tonight for the Clippers and finished with 2 points. He went 1 of 4 from the field or 1 from 3. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, and a personal foul. It was a -12 and plus minus. And then the Minnesota Timberwolves, everybody that was available, everybody that was healthy was able to get on the court for them. And this is a game that you could not believe that they lost by 19 and got beat, but they did. Julius Randle played 33 minutes. He got 17 points. He ended up going 6 of 14 from the field, 1 of 5 from three, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 8 boards, which was the most in the starting lineup. He also had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a -14 and plus minus. Jaden McDaniels played 28 minutes and had 2 points. He went 1 of 4 from the field, had 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 2 personal fouls, was a -12 and plus minus. They needed more from him offensively and defensively, but honestly, it just never ended up happening in this entire game. Gobert was held from a double double, but he did score in double figures with 10 points in 30 minutes. He went 5 of 7 from the field, missed his only free throw, had 7 rebounds and 2 assists. The problem was he ended up fumbling and losing the ball, and he ended up getting 5 turnovers, which is way too many for any player. But he wasn't the only person that got that many. He also had 1 block, no personal foul, and a -16 and plus minus. Dante DiVincenzo didn't have it, plus he became too passive. He played 24 minutes, had 1 point. He went 0 of 3 from the field. It was all 3 pointers that he took as field goals. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He fouled out also, and that sucked. And then he was a -3 and plus minus. Anthony Edwards, he played 35 minutes. He led the team in scoring like he usually does. He scored 23 points and went 7 of 18 from the field, but he only went 1 of 8 from three. And he did finish 8 of 10 from the free throw line, so he tried to do whatever he could to get the best shot that he was confident in taking, even if that meant trying to get to the free throw line or challenging them to see was they going to try to stop him from scoring. And sometimes that challenge can lead you to the free throw line, and it did in this one. But he got happy from three, and it just didn't work out for him much in this one. He also had 5 turnovers too. He did get 2 steals. That was the most in the starting lineup and tied for the most on the team. He had 2 assists and 4 rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a -23 and plus minus. Joe Ingles played 4 minutes. He ended up missing his only field goal, which was a three. He didn't take no more after that or no free throw, so he finished scoreless. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, no turnovers, no personal foul, a +6 and plus minus. Enrique Freeman played 4 minutes. He didn't score or take a free throw or a field goal. That's why. He also had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, no personal foul, a +6 and plus minus. Julian Phillips played 4 minutes and had 2 points because he made his only field goal. He had no turnovers, but he had a personal foul, was a +6 and plus minus. Behringer played 4 minutes. He scored 4 points because he went 2 of 3 from the field, all layups, and went and got one rebound and an assist, 1 turnover and a block, 1 personal foul, and a +6 and plus minus. Nas Reed, 24 minutes, 8 points, 4 of 9 from the field. He ended up going 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. He had the most rebounds on the team with 9. He can have that type of game for you. You just wish he would have made a couple more threes, which didn't happen in this game though. 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 3 offensive boards, 4 personal fouls, and a -17 and plus minus. And Ayo Desumu fit like a glove. They needed him to score, push the tempo, keep the ball moving, make some plays defensively. He played 25 minutes, had 11 points, went 4 of 11 from the field, 3 of 7 from three. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 3 personal fouls, and was a -31, 33 and plus minus. And then Jalen Clark, 4 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from three, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. did a good job of scoring and being patient and just getting the good looks and just putting them in the basket whenever he had them. One rebound, one assist, one steal for him. He also had one turnover, no personal fouls. His rebound was offensive and was a +6 and plus minus. And Bones Highland been good for them, getting them a lot of good passing and scoring games off the bench. He did that again tonight. He played 19 minutes and had 10 points. He went 4 of 8 from the field and 2 of 5 from 3. Those are about where you want to be at when it comes to shot selection and numbers that he was able to show and do. He also had one rebound and 2 assists, one turnover, one personal foul, and a -7 and plus minus. 83 field goals taken by the Timberwolves. They shot 45%. The Clippers shot 76 field goals. They shot 51%. They shot 27 three-pointers. The Clippers did. They shot 52%. The Timberwolves shot 33 three-pointers. They shot 24%. And then 28 free throws attempted by the Clippers. They shot 82%. The Timberwolves only took 6 less. They finished with 22 free throw attempts. They only shot 64%. They did out rebound the Clippers 41-37, but they did have less assists. The Clippers had 25. The Timberwolves had 17. 20 turnovers for the Timberwolves, 13 for the Clippers. 8 steals for the Timberwolves, 11 for the Clippers. 2 blocks for the Timberwolves, 6 for the Clippers. 10 offensive rebounds for the Timberwolves, 8 for the Clippers. 29 defensive rebounds for the Clippers, 31 for the Timberwolves. And then 22 personal fouls for the Timberwolves, 21 for the Clippers. The Clippers, they were just too efficient, too precise in their scoring. They also created a lot of turnovers and played a lot of the good defense in this one with the steals and blocks and the effort. And then they just had good performances from a lot of their players, more than what the Timberwolves was able to get out of theirs. And I just feel like the bench really stepped up a little bit more for the Clippers than the Minnesota Timberwolves once did, even though they both, had some decent contributions from those players. And then the Timberwolves just got down too big, and they could never really scratch and claw and fight and scrap their way out of it. And they had to just admit that the Clippers were the better team tonight. And the Clippers made sure they knew it, and they made sure they felt it. They made sure they showed that we are better than y'all right now. And we're doing better than y'all right now. And we don't mind beating y'all for y'all to know that right now. I'm just over exaggerating and joking about it, but it's fun to see the Clippers continue to win and continue to show that you can turn it around if you play hard, you work hard, and you trust in the process of the work that you and your team and your coaching staff put in. And then you just go out there and execute and try to do it at the highest level as much as you can to live the result. And the result for the Clippers a lot to the last 2 months is getting wins with James Harden, without Jarius Garland, without Benedict Mathurin yet, and no problem. They still got it done, and they continue to win basketball games. And you got to give credit to Ty Lue. Obviously, you got to give credit to Kawhi Leonard for playing a tremendous season right now. And then you got to give credit to the organization for believing in these guys and building this roster and letting them play out through all their mistakes and through their bad start. And they did make some gambles and some risks on some players at the trade deadline. But a lot of these guys already want to play for this organization. They want to give it their all and go out there and play at a high level. And they've been able to do that no matter who suits up for them and who plays. They just found a way to just suck it up and get the job done. And you got to give them credit for their professionalism and their hard work and their dedication and devotion to the game of basketball as a team. Other than that, the Wolves continue to find ways to lose games. And 1 minute they look like they can beat anybody in the West, and another time they look like another team in the West that doesn't really seem like they have a legitimate chance of winning the championship. That's what they basically been the last 3 years. In a regular season, always make them look like that. Then they look like a team that can get it done because they beat some good teams in the playoffs, but then they always fall short. And they still look like that type of team right now, but we'll see if they are by the end of the year. And we'll see what happens with, the younger guys. And we'll see if, they can pick it up a little bit more defensively and be a lot more consistent offensively than what they've been showing lately. And that's hard to say, that's hard to do, but it's up to them to get it done. This is what they are about. This is what they're trying to prove and what they're trying to do. And we'll see if they challenge themselves again to be better. And we'll see if they get the results that they're looking for, because they're not really getting that as much right now in the Western Conference and in the regular season in general. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Comment, like, subscribe, and share is what y'all need to do. Also, like I said before, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis, hopefully.